to our podcast. I'm Shakila and I'll be your host today. Today we're going to talk about a topic that sounds simple but actually affects almost every part of our lives, which is full prices increases. Whenever full prices increases, people immediately react. Some complain, some discuss government policies, and others start calculating their monthly expenses. But have we ever stopped and thought about why full prices become such a big issue? To discuss this topic with me today, I'm joined with Carissa. Hi Carissa, welcome.
Hi Shakila,
Hi.
thank you for inviting me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to be here because I think this topic is really relevant, especially for university students like us.
Exactly. People often think full prices only matter if you own a motorcycle or a car, but actually everyone feels the impact. So let's start with a simple question. Are you ready?
Already.
Okay. First question is why do people react so strongly whenever full prices increases?
That's a good opening question,
Yes.
Shakila. I think people react strongly because fuel is connected to many activities.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation use fuel,
Yes.
business use fuel,
Yes.
product distribution use fuel, even daily necessities are affected indirectly.
Yeah.
So when fuel price increase, people expect other price to increase too.
That's very true, Carissa. And I think people usually become nervous because they immediately imagine spending more money, you know.
Exactly. People start thinking,
Yeah.
how much more will transportation cost?
Mm-hmm.
Will food become more expensive?
Yeah.
Can I still manage my monthly budget?
Oh. Actually, that happens to students who like us. Students may not buy food directly every day, but transportation is still part of our expenses.
I agree. Students often spend money on commuting,
Yep.
food,
Mhm.
assessment, internet, and campus activities.
Yep.
When transportation costs rise, students may need to rearrange priorities.
Okay, now I want to focus on transportation first because I think that's the impact people notice immediately. Can you explain, Carissa, how full prices influence transportation costs?
Sure, transportation companies usually rely on fuel as an operational cost.
Yes.
When fuel becomes more expensive,
Mhm.
operation costs increase.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, transportation providers may adjust ticket price of service fees.
Mm-hmm.
That means consumers spend more.
Which mean even people who use public transportation still feel the impact.
Exactly. The effect spread widely.
Okay, now let's move into something people hear all the time, inflation, you know?
Yes, I know.
People say full prices increase and inflation follows, you know. But what actually does that mean?
Inflation means a general increase in price.
Mm-hmm.
When full price increase, companies spend more for transportation and production.
Yes.
Then price of product rise.
Mm-hmm.
Consumers eventually pay more.
Can you make that easier to imagine?
Sure. Imagine a food seller.
Mm-hmm.
Ingredients are transport,
Yes.
transportation costs
Yep.
increase.
Mm-hmm.
Then food price increase.
Mm-hmm.
Customers spend more.
Yep.
That's one simple example.
That's actually make a lot of sense, you know. So inflation isn't random.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
There are usually economic reasons behind price change.
Okay, now let's talk about students specifically. Do you think food price increase affect students differently compared to workers?
Interesting questions.
Yep.
Students might not earn full income yet,
Yep.
so budget flexibility is lower.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation expense becomes more noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Students might also reduce spending in other areas.
Like entertainment.
Maybe entertainment first,
Okay.
but sometimes educational spending too.
Okay, that's actually serious, you know.
Yes.
Because education should not become less accessible.
I agree. That's why discussion about economic policy are important.
Okay. But Carissa, some people argue that higher food prices can create positive change. Do you agree with that?
To some extent, yes.
Okay.
Higher fuel price might encourage using public transportation, saving energy, and becoming more efficient.
So not every impact is negative.
Exactly.
Okay.
Challenge sometimes encourage adaptation.
Okay. Interesting. Now imagine this. You are a student living far from campus like me. Full prices increases. What would you personally do?
First, review expense.
Yeah.
Second, plan transportation. Third, avoid unnecessary travel.
That sounds realistic. Not dramatic, just adjustment.
Yes, exactly. Small change can help.
Okay. Here's another question for you,
Okay.
Carissa. Do you think understanding economic issues should become part of student awareness or not?
Definitely, students should understand how policies affect society. Economic awareness support critical thinking.
I like the answer. And honestly, this conversation made me realize that food prices are connected to more things than I expect.
Same. Sometimes we only notice price, but forget the broader impact.
Okay, everyone, that's all for the topic food crisis in class. We still have more questions coming up, but before moving forward, let's take a short transition and continue discussing how food prices influence society even more deeply. Okay, let's go.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm Carissa, and for this session, I'll be your host. For our second discussion today, we are going to talk about something that is very close to our lives as university students, which is learning English. Now, honestly, I think this topic is interesting because almost every student has studied English for years. But even after learning it for a long time, many people still ask, why do we actually need English? Do we only learn it to pass exams, or is there a bigger reason behind it? To discuss this topic with me, I'm joined by Shakila. Hi Shakila.
Hello, Carissa. Thank you for inviting me again. And I'm very excited because I think this topic is really relatable for students.
Exactly. Okay, let's start with a basic question.
Yep.
Why do you think university students should learn English?
I think English is important because university is different from school. You know what? At university level, students are expected to explore knowledge independently, and many academic research are writing in English, like a journal, you know. So English become a tool for learning.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So English is not only another subject.
Exactly. Many students see English as just a class, like you know. But actually, English helps students access information. For example, research articles, international journals, books, seminars, and educational platforms.
Actually, that's true. Sometimes when searching for assessment, English search appear more often.
Yes, and usually there are more references available in English. Students who understand English may have more opportunities to explore ideas.
That reminds me, sometimes students avoid English article
Mm-hmm.
because they think they difficult.
Yep.
Do you think that's normal?
For me was very normal, of course. Many students feel nervous because they think English means perfect grammar. Yes. But understanding English doesn't mean becoming perfect immediately. Learning happens gradually.
I like that. Because I think people often become afraid before even trying.
Exactly, students often underestimate themselves.
Okay, now let's talk specifically about higher education. How does English support academic success?
Okay, for the answer is there are many ways students use English for reading journal, like I told you before, doing research, making presentation with English, and writing academic paper. But sometimes important references are unavailable in local language.
That's true.
Mhm.
Actually, I've experienced that. When searching reference, English results are usually more complete.
Exactly, English expand access.
Now let's move to future careers.
Mhm.
People always say learn English because companies want it. But
Mhm.
what does
Yep.
that actually mean?
I think for me,
Hmm?
it means communication skill become valuable. Many workplaces today interact with globally. Employers may communicate with clients, partners, international teams. English becomes very useful.
Do you think English matters only for international companies?
Uh, Not anymore, I think. For today, yeah, because even local companies is increasingly use English, emails, meeting, documents, software, Microsoft, many use English.
That's true. Now I want your opinion.
Yep.
What do students usually misunderstand about learning English?
I think many students focus too much on grammar, like us.
Yes.
Yeah, and forget to communication.
Okay.
Language exists to express ideas. Being understood is also very, very, very important.
That's such a good point.
Mhm.
Because sometimes students stay silent because they are afraid of mistakes.
Exactly, like mistakes are normal,
Mm.
but nobody becomes fluent instantly.
Okay, now let's talk about technology.
Yep.
Some people say, why learn English? Translation tools already exist. What do you think?
Technology is very helpful, of course, but translation tools doesn't replace understanding. Language also includes both for context, meaning, culture, and communication, like I said before.
That makes sense. Technology support people,
Mhm.
not replace learning.
Exactly, and many digital platforms still use English.
Actually, yes.
Yep.
When people use software,
Mm-hmm.
online course,
Yeah.
or academic websites,
Mhm.
English appear everywhere.
That's why learning English and technology often support each other.
Okay, imagine a student says,
Uh-huh.
I'm bad at English.
Yep.
What advice would you give?
I would say don't wait to become perfect.
Okay.
Start small, watch a video, read short articles, practice speaking, and watch a K-drama or anything with English subtitle. It constantly matters more.
I really like that answer because many students think progress must be dramatic.
Exactly, but people were very forget that small improvement is still progress.
Okay,
Yep.
one more question.
Okay.
If students remember only one thing from these discussions, what should they remember?
Okay, so English is not only university subject. English is a tool that helps students access knowledge, build careers, communicate globally, and adapt to the future.
That's really good conclusion. Today we learn that English is connected to education, careers, communication, and technology. Thank you so much, Sakila, for joining today's discussions.
I will say to you, thank you for having me, Carissa.
Yes. And thank you everyone for listening. See you in our next podcast.
Bye.
Bye.